Hello everyone, I'm LaceTV, and on behalf of Method and Wowhead, I'm running down our pick of 10 things we loved about Battle for Azeroth. We know it might not be without fault, but today we want to focus on what made this expansion worth playing. Also a little disclaimer, as you might hear, I have a cold, so my voice might sound a bit odd, but anyways, let's get started. First on our list, we have the as ever phenomenal art and zone design of Battle for Azeroth. From the scorching sands of Ul'dun, to the misty swamps of Nazmir, the bright and dangerous jungle of Zuldazar, the pirate-infested Tirigar Sound, Stormsong Valley with its rolling hills and monuments, to the Tidesage Drustvar with its dark and grim wicker aesthetic, to Mechagon and the steampunk-addled mechanized Isle, Nazjatar giving us a chance to explore the deep reefs and ruins of a lost people, and now the Ulduman Vale redesigns showing us all zones under siege from a new threat. Blizzard have kept each zone unique and interesting in its own way, and added so many little Easter eggs that we are still finding. For us, this is one of the very best parts of the expansion, so kudos to the art department. Second on our list is the evolution of the world first race. Starting in Uldir, WoW's race scene finally hit the mainstream, dominating Twitch and catching everyone, even Method by surprise with its popularity. 3 tiers later and the world first race is going from strength to strength, with more and more competitors and fierce competition every time. It's been a huge art of Battle for Azeroth and had to make our list. As always, Blizzard has delivered with the mounts. A little slow at the start of the expansion, especially for those poor alliance not getting much variety. Blizzard have really stepped it up, with all the island expedition mounts, the B mount, the plethora of mounts from Darkshow and Arathi Highlands, the new mythic mounts, and the head of the curve mount for N'Zoth. Blizzard has given mount collectors a lot to keep them busy. So, how are you guys doing? Still farming sharkbait in Freehold? Or saving up for your longboy? Let us know in the comments below. The players have been spoiled for choice this expansion, with 6 new races kicking off even before BFA launched, and throughout BFA we got even more, with the Mechanomes and the Vulpera only now entering the fray. It's always fun to have more options when you're rolling a new character, and it's great to see some fresh faces in our ranks. WoW cinematic department always hits it out of the park, and BFA is no exception. But not only did we get the launch cinematic, we've been spoiled with not just top-notch in-game cinematics, nope, Blizzard has treated us with several fully animated cinematics, each showing us the world of Warcraft in its best light, and for us that was definitely one of the highlights of the expansion. Okay guys, so this may not be Sylvanas fighting Saurfang or hundreds of thousands watching guilds race to the world first, but sometimes it's the little joys that can get you through the day, and for us that's the shell game. Less of a chore than most world quests, the shell game can leave you feeling like a genius or an idiot depending on how quickly you can solve it. In Nazjatar we received some similar mini puzzles that would keep even a world first raider on their toes. But for us, the shell game will always hold a place in our heart. Freehold, in our opinion, is not only the best dungeon of Battle for Azeroth, but also one of the best parts of the whole expansion. With the second boss rotating every week and the open platform to the dungeon, that means it doesn't actually have to be the second boss. This dungeon is always fresh and interesting. Being able to min-max your run by changing what order you do the bosses, which route you are going, and what treasure you're going to skip is fun. It breaks the mold set by some of the other dungeons, and the sharkbait mount that drops is just the icing on the cake in one of BFA's gems. Long requested, the overhaul to the auction house lived up to its expectations. What had become a slow and clunky system that was hard to navigate and a pain to use, BFA has left as a distant memory with the new and improved auction house. Though it's not an endgame boss or a zone you will spend hours questing in, players spend a lot of time in that auction house, and making that experience better is a big thumbs up from us. The new playstyles Azerite and Essences have brought to the game really makes a difference to gameplay, and allow players to make big choices that impact how they play the game. Want to play AoE burst? Maybe you're a healer that wants to do more damage, shamans running triple igneous potential to help burn down bosses and still contribute their healing cooldowns is a fun new way for resto shamans to play the game. Likewise, DPS being able to run AoE essences like the meme beam give more options in raids, Mythic Plus and PvP too. Glimmer of Light has brought a whole new playstyle to paladins. It's always fun to have alternative playstyles, and it's something we hope to see more of in Shadowlands. Although not perfect, and there has been a bug here and there and a dot bust once or twice, for the most part the raids in Battle for Azeroth have been well designed and interesting. Uldir, the Battle for Desalor, and the Eternal Palace gave us great encounters in Gahun, Jaina and Queen Ashara, proving there really is a method to Blizzard's madness when it comes to raid design. Unat in the Crucible of Storms shattered everyone's expectations for a 2-boss raid into pieces, with one of the hottest bosses since Kil'jaeden, and topping off the expansion with N'Zoth in Nilota, a little disappointing for an end boss, with most hoping for a little more complexity from the mythic only fates. Blizzard seemed to put a limit on their usual creativity, but it was still a fun raid and the raiders that met it enjoyed every second. Okay guys, before I end the video, I gotta go off the script because I truly wanna know what your favorite part of Battle for Azeroth was, so try to look past the negativity surrounding the expansion and let us know in the comments below what your favorite part was. Because this is a list of some of the things we loved about the expansion, but perhaps you have something else that you enjoyed way more. But anyways, let's go back to the script before Pleb Central, you know, the guy with the cool voice and the method ads, notice that this is not a part of the script, Monka asks. So that was our list. What do you guys think? Did we miss anything? Let us know in the comments below. We know BFA had a rocky reception, but we don't want it to be all doom and gloom. Well, at least not until our next video, which should be out in a few days, running down the worst things about BFA. Any ideas? Because we're really struggling guys. Anyways, thank you for watching, I'm LaceTV, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.